Who doesn't love the Porsche? Jim, stop flirting now. Come on. You know, you'll only lead them up the path and then they'll let them down.
They're going to be so unemployed.
Underemployed, they'll be working again soon.
Yeah.
Hey, it's great to have you here again.
Hi.
How lovely to have Tim Minchin back on the show. You're an Australian gentleman.
Yes.
Here's something that I thought about this week when I knew you were coming. So I thought, do people like you who've come over to our country, when it's as warm here as it normally is in Australia, for example, this remarkable, beautiful summer we've been having so far, does that annoy you at all? Is this the kind of thing that you thought, good, I've got away from that
I was trying to escape the happiness.
Yeah, well, no.
It's miserable to wake up feeling good and think, this is why I left.
I thought you might like it when it's a bit misty and foggy and cold.
I don't like it, but it's like a joke that goes on too long. I like it for a little bit, and then I want it to go away. So it's quite nice, but it doesn't have the weather doesn't have the impact on, because I grew up in Perth, sort of half a kilometre from the beach, so the weather, I just go, oh, it's another nice day, whereas the English are either going, this is the most amazing day in the world, or they're going, it's too hot, it's too hot. It's not, it's 32. I mean, it's just...
For us, that is too hot, or amazing.
It's hard being English.
Now, hey, how is it... we have quite a lot of Australians in this country, but not that many who are well known. Elle, of course, is one of the most famous Australians of recent years. In Australia, I imagine they have parks named after her, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Have you met her before? Do you Australians get together when you're here in the UK?
Yeah, Elle and I, we're just really good friends. I mean, ever since she started making it, she'd ring me up and tell me... It's actually not true, but I do have a long-term relationship with her, in that in Australia, when she first started, she, to us, was the supermodel. So my friend had a huge poster of her, one of her more lovely shots on his wall. So she is like, I was just sitting next to her and I'm like, oh my God, you're like what? I thought more about her as a teen than school. She's extremely beautiful. And I saw her tonight and I'm like, how do you do that? That's some freaky time travel stuff.
But although you're kind of very, very odd-looking, you're also quite beautiful yourself. He's quite a beautiful... Do you not think Tim's quite a beautiful man?
I'm not odd-looking. What I am is
What do you mean you're not odd-looking? You could be on Doctor Who with no makeup. What are you talking about, you're not odd-looking?
I mean, I'm odd-looking, but in a... I do all this because I'm plain-looking, and so I make myself prettier by putting makeup on. Same reason you wear makeup, but you do it so they can't tell. Same reason you wear a corset.
I do it to take the edge off the beauty.
You've got pegs behind holding your jars.
Get out! I knew it was a mistake showing that Play-Doh figure.
That was really unfair. I think Play-Doh have got it in for me.
They've got it in for me, yeah. Ever since I found out how to make my own with just flour. I've seen Tim live, ladies and gentlemen. What a great night out. What a fabulous night out. What an unexpected as well in terms of the...
Great night out?
Yeah.
You're making me sound like a theatre restaurant. It's a great all-round night out for the whole family.
I'd take what I was given if I were you. Imagine what I could have said. Yeah. A great night out. It's a great night out for the family. No, I had a terrific night, but it was unexpected in the breadth of subjects. You cover a lot of bases, don't you?
Yeah, well, I don't have enough material to only do one thing. I just have to take anything I think of and stick it on the show.
But it's, normally you could say this comedian's this kind of comedian. They're a joke, but you're not. It's very hard to pigeonhole you.
I think I described it as quite nerdy. I think it's nerdy, but there's no doubt I came into this wanting it shamelessly. I wasn't here nor a fan of comedy particularly. I wasn't a not fan. It just didn't exist in Perth particularly in the 90s when the whole alternative thing and you had to be really cool. So
were there comedy clubs when you were growing up? Were there comedy clubs in Perth?
There might have been one, I think, but I never went to it. And I didn't realise you weren't meant to be razzle-dazzle, that it wasn't cool to be razzle-dazzle. So when I came into the industry here in 2005, I was just like, makeup and lights, and 1 minute I'm playing the piano, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to... And I just wanted it to be
a big
unpredictable and a big show.
You wanted it to be a great night out?
I wanted it to be a great night out. So just before I went on, I served everyone some crappy chicken canapes.
It is a great night out. So now, but the big tour, the new tour, is going to be a different experience, isn't it?
Yeah. It's taking the level of narcissistic ostentation sort of beyond fun. What happened? I'm performing in big spaces with a 55-piece symphony orchestra.
Wow. Well, that's going to be... so it's going to be your songs, but backing you.
I'm having orchestrated some of my old tunes, and then I'm going to try and write... I still haven't done it yet. It's on sale now. I'm writing some new stuff for the orchestra. I really want to because you know comedians go and do arenas, and they're a man with a mic and big screens.
How do you fill that space? Yeah, it's a challenge.
Well, it's hard, and I've been to see a few shows, and they succeed, but I always think, well, it doesn't need to be in this room. So what I decided I wanted to do is create a show. If I'm going to do arenas, which is amazing that I get to, I want to do a show that couldn't possibly not be in such an ostentatious space. So yeah.
What are you doing between now and then? Because last time you came on, you mentioned this a really exciting project, I thought, and I don't know where you are with this. Matilda, the brilliant Roald Dahl children's story that was filmed many years ago. You're composing music to go with that, and I guess are you doing the lyrics?
Lyrics and music, script by Dennis Kelly, who wrote Pulling and brilliant guy.
Yeah, talent.
And I'm doing music and lyrics, and it's brilliant. It's on sale.
They're both on sale, but one you haven't finished. I don't know. Have you finished Matilda?
I've almost finished it.
You haven't finished either?
When I got
you're selling tickets to people for 2 shows which you haven't actually finished yet?
No, but...
Well, what's wrong with you? What kind of a...
But if I'd finished them, I'd just go on tour next week. I mean, you know, that's why you leave that bit of space.
Are you pleased with the work so far?
Well, do you know, I've got... I got picked up to come here at 3:30, and at 3:29 I fired off a little song that didn't exist yet for Matilda to give to the actress who's playing Miss Honey for the performance, the final workshop performance tomorrow morning.
Wow. So it's right up to the lion.
Yeah, I'm pretty stressed.
And how? But once again, I ask you, how pleased are you with this? Are you confident in advance that you know you hit it, or is it really going to be the audience is going to be the first time you get a sense of how well you've done?
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I don't think you can know with a musical. It's so multifaceted, and until it's rehearsed, because even if we can run the show now, it doesn't have the choreography, and in musical theatre as well, the visual, the set and stuff is such a part of it, so you can't know. But it was really hard to try and take Dahl, which everyone knows and loves, and make sure you don't stuff it up, but still give it more body, because it can't just be a children's book on stage. It has to be a musical. That family, I want 44-year-olds like you to enjoy it as much as 12-year-olds. What? I'm flirting. It's lovely.
39, ladies. 39.
So I'm really proud of it.
So music was always a big part of your life. The comedy's kind of grown out of the desire to perform. What do you do? What's Tim Minchin like when he's not on duty? When I see people who are quite as flamboyant as you on stage, I often wonder, do they ever put on shorts and go for a little run, for example? Do you touch your toes at home? What kind of exercise do you do to keep yourself in good shape? Are you a sporty person?
I run quite a lot. I know I don't exactly look like I do lots of miles.
No,
but
you
that's
don't look unfit.
I drink wine, and to offset that, it's a beautiful balance. Every day I have 4 coffees, 5 or 6 wines and a jog, you know?
And then breakfast, and then you settle down for the day. What sort of... do you get drunk? Are you a person who likes to lose control in that respect?
No, I don't. Alcohol for me is medicine, so I get to the end of my day and have a drink.
Alcohol is medicine?
Yeah, it is. I know what a glass of wine does. I know what 2 glasses of wine does. I know what 17... But I don't binge drink. I drink because it relaxes me and it makes me happy, and I usually stop at 4 drinks or something, or if evening at home I usually have 1 or 2, but I very rarely have none.
So are you this controlled in all aspects of your life?
I'm pretty boring, yeah. Yeah, and when I'm writing, I write 9 to 5 and have a nap in the afternoon. I'm really boring.
But if people looked at you, they would think, you look like quite a wild person. And this is obviously just something you do put on for stage.
When people look at you, they think you're normal, but I've seen you out the back. This is good.
Do they really? Yeah. Do they really think I'm normal? Yeah. I don't know. Now, Tim is going to perform live for us right now, and I'm excited because he came on the show last time, and he was good enough to write a whole song for us, a whole new song for us. It was brilliant. A lot of people love it. It was about you joining the fellas and maybe embarking on a whole new career. He's written a new song for us. He didn't want me to know what this was about, so I'm fearing the worst.
I want it to be a surprise. It's kind of for you. It's a request. It's a song for... It's a request. It's a song for you.
It sounds very sweet.
It's sort of a song for you. It's a song about you-ish.
OK, well, it's a song about me-ish, ladies and gentlemen, and Tim is going to perform it now. Ladies and gentlemen, though, the fabulous Mr. Tim Minchin. I thought my accent was quite good.
It's worse than last time.
So now... for your viewing pleasure, performing what I've been told is a very special song. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Minchin!
Wasi, in 2 weeks you'll be gone. This is my last opportunity to sing you a song. So I wanna ask a favor before you get on with your life. Jonathan, I wanna make love to you. Wasi, I just wanna make a sweet love to you. Just once, I wanna make a sweet love to you. Sweet love to your wife. There's just something about her that drives me insane. She's got that cute sense of humor and a brilliant brain. But if I'm totally honest, my feelings for Jane are mostly sexual. Don't wanna put you and her in an awkward position, but I know I'd regret it if I didn't ask the question. I have talked to my wife and she gave me permission. We both have a celebrity shared concession, and mine is Jane, hers is Wayne Rooney. Although to be fair, there's not much chance of scoring there. Jane, in 2 weeks' time, your hubby will be out on the breadline, baby. And surely you're not gonna wanna be spending time with a bum. I know that in a month or 3 he'll have weaseled his way back onto my TV. But in the meantime, would you consider me for a little fun? Just one night, Jane, wouldn't bigger me. Just one night, baby, you'll be digging me. Just a little dabble in temporary bigamy. I just wanna make love, sweet love to you. What I wouldn't give for just one night with you. Nothing too weird, just a nice night with a couple of whips and an underwater camera. I just wanna make a little sweet love to you. Well, so you can watch it, that'd make you feel better. That'd make it even more unforgettable. You can hold the camera and make some bruschetta in case I get hungry making sweet love to your wife. Stop me, won't you, want to see if this is getting weird? The thought of Jane nuzzling my ginger beard. I'm just doing a song like we agreed, and it just happens to be a song about how I want to make a sweet love to your wife. Jonathan, I've always admired you. I was nervous about our interview, but your producers assured me that all I had to do was be totally honest with you.
Mr. Minchin, ladies and gentlemen. A fabulous comedian, at least I hope him that was a joke. What I don't know is who told him that I make a lovely bit of bruschetta? Because I'm known for it. Anyway.